Okay, so this is the work that I did between the years when I was 18 and 20 and on to uni as well. So these two were from the Lord of the Flies. And this was when I was on my OND when I was 18, as was this. And this when we started doing airbrush. This is a pastel piece and those two are airbrushes. And these are rub back, so you use gouache and then you rub it back. And then this was my uni kind of trying to get a bit of research work, and this was on when I was 18. So that was at uni, and then this was when I was at 18 on my OND. And then I turned that into a promo piece, so I would fold this into sections and it would be my CV on the back. And I'd send it out to people. Didn't go very far. And then this is a really old piece. You see how broken it is. So this was one of my, when I was 18, when I did my first illustration course. And we just had to continue to do kind of more illustrative projects that might be for, I mean, this was obviously for a food magazine or something. And then this was my first kind of attempt at doing something that was to do with children. And these were, so they all had little pullouts, obviously very shoddily made, as you can see. Some of them, you see how they're just kind of put together really. So anyway, it was about context, putting your work into some kind of context, but obviously kind of just making it a little bit different as well. What else have we got? We've got, this was another illustration piece that, so this is an, I don't know if you can really see it on the size of my, if I take that off actually. So that was the writing. So we had to do all our hand lettering ourselves. And then this was obviously colour pencil. So yeah, that was like a poster. I actually don't know if this might have been, this was for the Jorvik Viking Centre project. This was the, I don't know if you can see this, it's probably quite dark, but this was the parrots that I did just as a piece for uni. This was the kind of work I was doing on my OND, Ordinary National Diploma. In fact, this was A-level work. So these would have been my A-level art pieces during my, and then that was, sorry, I'm spinning around a little bit, but you can see how my work was quite realistic. This is the mouse picture. So that was pastel pencil. Don't think I can take that off without ruining it. So this was a piece that I was doing that we had to typeset. We didn't have we didn't have computers back then. So we had to kind of do this text on a layout exactly the same as this, and then photocopy it onto acetate, and then that would give you the kind of the look of what it would look like in print in the book. So that was pre computerist. Again, the same. You can see where you've kind of got the artwork underneath, and then we had to kind of, so that would have been a book cover. Again, I can't kind of show you that because the screen doesn't go that far. But at university, I did this project on music. And just using paint, and I was doing kind of album cover kind of things, which again, these aren't that sophisticated really, but I enjoyed I did some band photography as well. So I was a band photographer for the venue I used to work at. Lots of writing. So this is one of my university sketchbooks. But I really enjoyed kind of image and layout and text and things. But these are really rough. Just playing with colour and listening to music. And lots of words as well. I was listening to Cowboys and Aliens, which is an album by a band called Kitchens of Distinction. David Sylvian, Sylvian and Fripp. I loved music. I was immersed in music so much. I used to go to gigs every night because I used to work in a venue, so I got free entry, which was amazing. Lots of gigs and stuff. I mean, look at those shocking drawings. Lots of words, lots of lyrics, bad character design, and yeah, just kind of looking at text and music and designing this. I guess it looks like a box or something, but maybe I was just responding to what kind of came up in my brain. I went to see John Cage actually. And I started making these cardboard things, which were like keyboards and what have you. And I'm not sure if every one of these was like a lyric. Not sure. Can't remember. So yeah, that was just constantly playing with layers of textures and text, and which was quite interesting. I use lots of tracing paper as well. So I was painting. There was a couple of the final project images were actually paintings, really full-size paintings. So I was actually listening to like Left Field and painting. Jeff Buckley. Another one there is Kitchen Distinction. But just kind of making shapes and writing things, and my sketchbooks really were very varied, but process was definitely my thing, I think. Stamp making, using colour, looking at Kandinsky as well. Yeah, just lots of pages like that really. Designing a cover, I think, like a LP sleeve. And then at the same time I was doing lots of different kind of, I used to love this kind of work, which was yeah, just a bit random really, looking at Odilon Redon. Just your average BA sketchbook thing really. I used to love these random characters, and I should do more with that really. Signing my name. I did this project about adorning yourself, piercings and things. Again, more random things. These random people, of which actually I made, that was one of my first business cards, which was quite funny. But I was always sketching. This was a sketchbook from going abroad for a month. I lived in Caen for a month in Normandy with the college, and just doing, that was me. Nice. I was always sketching around then, I think, using, quite bold with my sketches. But still lacked kind of a continuity throughout my work. I did actually flip between lots of different ways of working. Again, this was one of my final major projects, using layers and text, just making these little books, which is where my sophistication lay actually. was kind of the so this was my 3rd year. So it wasn't very illustration based whatsoever. I didn't really set myself up as an illustrator on my BA at all. Just kind of did what came naturally. So I had a love affair with wax. So I did all these little wax things all the time. So yeah, more of the same really. I think that was a project I did. And again, more sketches. I used to love laying the pages out like this. Maybe I should scan some of these actually. Using text in image again. People, that was not mine. Yeah. Kind of. Yep. That was actually one of my illustrations I did when I was 18. It was a medical illustration.